Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucia and this is Lulu's Leaves. So today's video is definitely going to be more of a vlog style video. I did write an exam this morning, so I don't really feel like sitting down and making a more formal type of video for you guys. So I'm just gonna have you follow me around and we're gonna do some chores today. I have a ton of plants that I need to get watered, and I also have some pest issues right now that we definitely need to take a look at. I luckily think I have it somewhat under control, but that is naive to think. I did actually find some thrips on my Anthurium regal and it was in my cabinet, but I did look over every single plant with a flashlight and a solution, and I have scrubbed everything down. So hopefully what that means is I have it under control and I caught it early enough, but we will see. I think that I have this managed, but I did take a lot of stuff out of the cabinet. I'll show you guys. So yeah, you can see there is not a lot in the cabinet right now. I took out everything and put it on the ground here that wasn't really necessary to be in there. I don't think that any of these guys have thrips either. These are all Hoyas, and thrips typically aren't super attracted to Hoyas. There are like a few little philodendrons, but yeah, they're not really attracted to these guys, so I'm not super worried, and they are a few feet away from the nearest plant. So yeah, that's that right now. And then over here, I have all of my aroids still. None of the leaves are touching on these guys, so I'm hopeful that if I'm checking them every single day that we're not gonna have any more crazy issues, or at least no infestations. And again, I'm gonna keep the doors shut as much as I can so that we don't get any cross-contamination. But again, I'm really not seeing any damage on the leaves, which is a good sign. Typically, if you have a bad thrips problem, you are going to see some damage, but I don't see any damage right now. I also have made this cutting of this variegated monstera. I just put it in some perlite here. This leaf looks so nice on this ring of fire. This is the newest leaf and it has the most variegation that this plant has so far, so that's a really good sign. Yeah, there's some new growth on there, but yeah, everything's just kind of being separated for now. It is kind of sad. I will go over and show you where I'm keeping my regal, but I don't know, I think maybe they were drawn in by the inflorescence of this guy. That could be the case, but I don't know. There was this damage from before. It really does look like spider mite damage to me, and I know I have spider mites in this cabinet, so I didn't really think anything of it. But let me know if you think that is thrips damage. I really don't think it is, considering I've had thrips before and that wasn't what the damage looked like. But yeah, I think they were just babies. Even though they were black, they were very small. So I'm hopeful that they aren't here to stay and I caught it early enough. But yeah, El Chaco's doing really well too. Putting out a new leaf there. Let's go take a look at the regal, and we'll treat it also, because I do want to do that every other day. So my regal is currently in the bathroom here where I had some of my Hoyas before, but this is really the only place that I can isolate it really well. So I'm going to take it over into the kitchen and we can treat this guy. Actually, why would I do that? Let's do it in here. It is pretty unfortunate because this brand new leaf is so beautiful and it's still a little bit soft, so we probably will get some damage on that one. But again, it's worth it. I would rather have some damage on the leaves than lose the whole plant. The other unfortunate thing is that right now I can't get out to the store, so I only have a soap and water mix. I don't have End All and I don't have Dr. Doom because they're only available about half an hour away, and I mean, I just haven't had the time to go out and get any. So this is what I'm using right now. And what I want to do is just spray down these leaves. I think I'm actually going to go add some more soap and I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm definitely not messing around here. I really want to make sure that I don't take any chances and we really get this under control. And when you are soaking the plant, you want to make sure that you are getting the backside as well. So soak everything, and then I also like to let it sit for about 15 minutes so that things might drown, but I also am going to wipe the leaves down because I do know that thrips are very vigorous, and usually you do need some harsher chemicals to actually kill them on contact. So I am going to just let this sit and then wipe it down in a few minutes. So we'll leave that there and get some other stuff going. Although I do think this needs some water, so I will just water in the sink. All right, so that's watered. Yeah, we'll come back in a little bit and just inspect this, and I might actually, this is actually a really great tool. I have this little shower head that I'll probably use to wash it down as well. All right, so I think that a lot of the plants that are out here need some water. I have watered the other guys in my plant room quite recently, so we're just gonna take a look at these guys. This is my mom's string of heart that she just gave to me. It's actually really beautiful and really long, so I do want to take really good care of this. But yeah, we're gonna go give this guy some water. It's getting a little bit string heavy. All right, that should be good. And yeah, this one is so extremely healthy. I really hope that I can give it the light that it wants and just care for it really well. But my mom did a really good job with this one. So yeah, we're back. I just got these orchids. I don't know if they need water. I don't think they do quite yet. They're still a little bit heavy. This Paphiopedilum here, the garnet crown, could use some water though. So I will definitely get this guy some water. I can usually tell when it starts drooping. Actually, yeah, no, it does look like it needs some water, so. With orchids, you do want to avoid getting water on the leaves because they do get rot really easily. I think it's called crown rot. But yeah, so I tried to avoid touching the leaves. And not even the leaves, but just like the base of the plant. All right. When the movie in your mind isn't as first and routine, I don't know what you've been through. Don't know what you've been through. Scared to see myself in you. All right, so I'm back in the bathroom and I'm just going to wipe off the regal now. I think I'm gonna use the shower head to kind of spray it off really well. Hopefully I can film this without getting all of my equipment destroyed. Alright, so now I'm going to wipe off the leaves here because I do want to get any physical bugs, if there are any. I really don't see anything today, and I didn't see anything yesterday, but I do want to be extra careful.
But talk is cheap, especially when we only care for half the truth. I don't know what
you can see on the back here, there really isn't any significant damage, so hopefully we did catch it early enough that we won't have too many babies on the loose. But I have treated thrips before and I was successful. I never saw them after the first time that I treated. I also did treat almost every single day though, so that's probably why I didn't let the problem ever get out of control. And I mean, even this time around, I kind of see it going that way because I do feel like I caught it early enough, but we will see. I'm going to be really cautious with this one, and I'm not going to put it near my other plants for a while. And if I see any other plants that have thrips, I will try to find a separate spot for them to quarantine as well. I don't want to put them side by side because if one is getting over the problem and the other one is still struggling, I don't know, it just seems like I'd be giving them the opportunity to jump back to that other plant. So yeah, I'm going to be really careful. All right, so we will put this guy back in the bathroom to quarantine for a long time. All right, these guys can probably come back now. So the string of hearts here actually doesn't belong in the living room, so I'm gonna put it back in the plant room. That's a little heavy. I'm gonna put it on here until it gets a little less heavy because I'm only using like a 3-pound 3M thing for this. So I think this is a little bit heavy for that hook right now. I think this begonia could probably use some water too. I'm also going to water some of the plants that I keep on my windowsill up here. So that is my Serrapegia Silver Glory. This one's actually been growing a lot. I was told to water these guys a little bit more than you would think, and all of a sudden I'm getting a ton of new growth. So I think that string of hearts and string of, or silver glory, any Serrapegia, does actually like a little bit more water than we might think. I'm also really trying to bring this Pottsii, or no, Parasitica back to life. Like, it's looking really, really rough, but I'm just gonna try to keep it hydrated and we'll see where that goes. I will say one thing that I really like about this apartment is that these windowsills, at least in the kitchen, are tile, so I don't have to worry about damaging any like windowsills, at least in the kitchen here. I'm also going to water my variegated string of hearts. This one's also showing some new growth after I've started watering it some more, so all right, this one will go back up on the sill there. My little orchid here could also use some water, so I'm going to do that. I'm honestly surprised I haven't killed this thing yet because it does have, you know, smaller leaves, and if you forget to water smaller leaved plants. Usually they die pretty quickly, but these do seem to have pretty succulent leaves as well. So they probably hold a little bit of water in their leaves. So as you can see, it is a little bit messy in here, so I'm just gonna do some tidying up. I have the time today, so I probably shouldn't be lazy and just ignore my problems. Okay, I definitely feel better about this situation now. It looks a lot cleaner. I do still have to wipe down some of these shelves. I was moving some stuff around and got a bunch of dirt everywhere. Look at this cute little propagation growing some roots. I love this Pubicalix. But yeah, I do still need to wipe down these shelves because I definitely don't want to invite some pests over. And I also want to cut off this bad part of this Dracaena leaf. This one probably needs some water too. It does have a tray in there, so I'm probably just going to take a watering can and fill that guy up. But yeah, I don't want to get too many more brown edges on this guy.
I've seen the signs, black and white, and on the screen, but eyes can lie when the movie in your mind isn't us first and routine.
Ooh, I also did want to show you guys my Melanocrasum here. This one had a brand new leaf and it came out so nicely. I was really worried, well, I wasn't worried, but I thought that this plant was gonna come out with a super small leaf because when it did come out, it looked very small. It's almost the same size as its last leaf, maybe a tiny bit smaller. So I am super happy about that. Seems like this plant is doing okay. And this one had spider mites a little bit ago and I don't see any anymore, so that's really good too. It seems like we got rid of that problem. This guy could actually use some water, so I'll get to that as well. I'm gonna saturate the moss pole as well. All right, looking good. And I just watered this guy recently. I love this plant because it really tells you when it needs water. So I really don't water it until it starts looking really droopy. And then it just perks right back up, which is really nice. I love when plants do that. I can't stop admiring these orchids. If you didn't see my last haul, go check it out. But I did get some really beautiful orchids, some paphiopedilums. These are definitely my favorite type of orchids, so yeah. Alright guys, well I think that's going to be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed following me around, just doing some random stuff around the house. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. But that's going to be all from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!